Welcome to today's webinar, and we are going to be speaking about our new manual, the COVID-19 Pandemic Issues Script Manual. That's what we're doing today. So you can see me, you can hear me. It's funny, usually when you come on, you can see me, but there's nothing coming out of my mouth. Today you could hear me, but you couldn't see me. Whoa. So let's see, who do we have on this morning? We have Roger from Edmonton. Hello, Roger. Good morning. And I was going to say Raluca's the furthest one because she's like 15 feet away. She's pretty close today. I could almost see her if I look that way. But no, Roger beat her way up there on the West Coast, eh? Good to see you. And as you folks come in, go ahead and let us know who you are, where you're from. And let's see, we are on time. So what we decided to do is to create a hypnosis script manual on all the issues that are going on right now. We've had a lot of people ask us about it. And, oh, hi, Kim from Massachusetts. So we've had a lot of people asking us to come up with some scripts for COVID and for a lot of the different issues. And we personally have had, I guess you could say, a lot of dealings with COVID recently, and we decided to do it. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about COVID, not so much about we're going to talk about some of the scripts, but basically how hypnosis can help people with COVID. But just some of you already knew that my older brother, Dan, is recovered from COVID. Yes, he did get COVID, and terrible time for him to have it because he is also battling cancer, and he's also diabetic. So there's a lot of, with the COVID, it was really tough. But finally, he fought the COVID, and he's a young guy like me. And, he fought it. He started to beat it, and then he got pneumonia. It's like, oh my gosh. Of course, he was hospitalized. He got out and he had pneumonia. And last I heard, a couple of days ago, the doctor, he had new tests. He had to go down to see a specialist in Massachusetts there, down by Kim's area. And he went down actually for his cancer as well. And they tested him, and everything is kind of like on hold. And they can't do anything for the cancer because of the COVID anyway. So you can see it's a nasty thing. It's a nasty thing. And 2 days ago, we just found out my best friend right next door also has it. So, just when we think, oh, we've beat this thing, it's going away. Well, some people are still getting it. It's still a big issue, and I think we're far from beating it. I'd like to say we are, but it's still there. So that gave me motivation to work on this manual and to get it finished. So we finally finished it, actually put the final dots and signatures and I guess you could say wax seal on it yesterday. And matter of fact, we stayed up late last night and put it online, and it is now available to all of you folks. And the great thing about it is between now and starting right now, we have an early bird special on it. You can save $15 on it if you get it right now. So let me see. Like Raluca said, we got to keep it positive. If I sounded negative, I apologize because we need to keep positive in all this thing. That's one of the biggest things is your attitude, which you're going to understand as I start talking to you about how hypnosis can extensively help COVID. So let me go ahead and show you. You can see a little bit about what it looks like. Let me show you what the script manual looks like, if I can find it here. And we have a manual page, and hopefully I think I put the COVID page below this video for the script manual. And let's see, it is right there. The COVID-19 I get too many tongues in my mouth. Pandemic Issues Hypnosis Script Manual. We'll a deep breath. If I take 3 of them and close my eyes, I'll be asleep. Help me, someone. Everyone's typing suggestions. He'll get these suggestions. So there it is. And so let's go ahead and talk about it. And if you have questions about hypnosis, where it comes to all of these issues, let me know in the comments and we can answer those. But you can see we have quite a few topics over here, and I'm going to scroll down to the topics a little bit. The manual has 15 scripts in it, 15 different scripts. And let's see, I'll go over the topics: acceptance of self, happy in a world of turmoil, so you can still be happy with everything going on around you. Now this one here is children with shut-in stress. So this script, in case it's just so there's no confusion, you're not hypnotizing the child. It's a hypnosis session to help the parents cope and give them coping skills and things that they can do to help their children and family in general to be able to deal with shut-in stress. So it's more for the parents. COVID-19 resistance. Resistance is we are the resistance. I feel like I'm doing a Terminator movie, the resistance. But we're going to show you how you can, with hypnosis, it's great for not only for for COVID recovery, but also for resistance. Let's see, creating a safe space within. And we'll talk a little bit about these as we go. Environmental awareness. Ooh, that's another big issue. Not so much for COVID, maybe a little, but I'm talking about, so these are issues for right now, I guess you could say. Fear of COVID in the elderly. And this is actually a script for the elderly. That's a major thing. I mean, a lot of them are shut in. I say we're going to talk about it later, but I'm talking about them now as we go, right? A lot of the elderly are shut in and they feel guilty and they feel scared and they see people their age especially being affected by it. Fear of losing income. A lot of you know what that's like. I've seen a lot of businesses shut down, a lot of employees in different places getting laid off. Unemployment benefits are being paid out so much now. We hear about it every day. Fear of rapidly changing times. Well, things are changing. If you want to see if things are going to change, just sit there for a second. They're going at warp speed. Frontline workers. We're hearing a lot about all the frontline workers out there in the hospitals and emergency people and all this. And yeah, a lot of them are getting burnt out. I mean, frontline workers for emergency things, but just frontline workers in any business where you go to get things. Yesterday, Raluca and I went to Dunkin' Donuts. We were on the road, so we popped in to get a coffee, and it was a long line. So I know the manager. I said, "What's the matter?" She goes, "I'm stuck here by myself today." I said, wow, everyone called in sick, and that's it. With everything going on, people don't want to go to work. They're scared, especially if they're in the front line dealing with clients or with people. But I mean, so this isn't so much designed for Dunkin' Donut workers, but you can use it, but it's more for the emergency and nurses and this kind of thing. Internet delay discounting, and I'm going to talk about that in a moment. A great idea for the dealing with the internet. Isolation, fallout, anxiety during COVID-19, Mother Nature's relaxation. Yes, Mother Nature still has a hand in this, and social anxiety disorder. So those are all the topics. You can see a lot of those are major ones. So we're going to talk about them a little bit. And like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and chime in. If you have any stories or things you want to mention that you've noticed about COVID that maybe could help, or things that you're concerned about, go ahead and let us know. And that's one of the big things we say when it comes to COVID. It's very important to speak, to socialize. We can't do it in person as much anymore, but hey, I'm here. I'm listening. See those big ears? It's great to have people to listen to, and that's one of the wonderful things about social media, especially about video conferencing or YouTube Live, these kind of things, is you can speak to people. Of course, with Zoom, you can speak back and forth. Or FaceTime. One of my daughters does, actually two of my daughters do FaceTime quite often with me, so I can see my grandchildren. And one of them's not quite one yet, but I think she kind of knows that I'm there, you know. It's kind of like when your cat looks in the camera, say, "Hi to mommy," and the cat's like, "Yeah, right. Put that thing down." You wonder if they understand or not. So, hypnosis. How can hypnosis help? Well, one of the biggest problems that we have right now, especially now in this time, is stress. Do you know the average person experiences stress normally, even before all this stuff, normally about 80% of their life, they're in a state of stress. 80%. Now, why is that? Well, I think because the outside world comes right into the house today, especially with the internet. Here you are, you're probably sitting in your easy chair in your living room, maybe lying down in bed, whatever, watching me on your cell phone. Hope you're not. But anyways, who knows where you are, but you can be right at home and the outside world comes right into there, So here I am, right in your living room. Hi, guys. So I want to go back over here for a second to talk to you. So the outside comes right in to your house. Now, so if you're spending about 80% of your life in a state of stress, think of this. What does stress do to you? Well, the interesting thing is as soon as you experience stress, okay, you go into what they call the fight or flight mode. So if you look at the profile of your head, and I put a line going right through it, okay, fight or flight is the rear brain, and the front is the forebrain. So on the front, when you're not having stress, you can think clearly, your immune system's going, but as soon as you get stressed, everything on the rear side works, the back side of your head, the rear brain, I guess you can call it, the fight or flight, and that's where your immune system immediately shuts down. So it's one or the other, not both. You become stressed, you can't heal. You become stressed, you can't recuperate. You become stressed, you lose your higher thinking, your creative thinking, your original thinking. You're running on programs. And that's it. As human beings, we run on programs. You learn things, you develop habits. Almost anything you do is an automated behavior. Think of it, you're walking with a buddy down the street and he says, hey, walk over this 2x4. It's pretty high up in the air, but you can do it. And you go, oh, I can't. You go back to a memory where you fell as a child doing that. I can't do that. I fell as a child. You don't try it. There's no original thinking. It's just programming. You do that, oh, that's going to burn, or that's going to hurt, that's going to taste good because of past programming. So we do everything pretty much from the past normally, but to have new things, you need to have no stress. So normally it's 80%, but now with COVID and with everything going on today, not just that, but with the media and with all the stuff between the left and the right and politics, and you're afraid to speak. Matter of fact, that's what the social anxiety disorder script's about. Is people are afraid to speak. You have an opinion, you have a thought. Somebody asks you what you think of this, and you keep your mouth shut because of fear of retaliation, fear that people are gonna make fun of you, or in business that they're gonna shut you down because your thoughts are different. Look at in the cities, these people rioting and destroying everyone's building because they don't like it. So there's so much fear that people have, and that's where you have the social anxiety disorder, okay? So you can be hypnotized to be able to deal with that. So there's so much stress, so instead of 80%, it's probably 90%. So that means 10% you're able to recuperate. Only 10% of the time you're able, notice I say able, doesn't mean your immune system is open. It's available to be open. Why do I say that? Where it comes to your immune system, think of a traffic light, okay? There's red, yellow, green. Red is stress, because when you become stressed, that's an action. It's a verb. Something had to happen for you to become stressed. Immune system shuts down. When you're not stressed, you're yellow. It's neutral in the middle. Because to open your immune system, it's the same as what it took to close it. An action has to happen. So opening your immune system is also a verb. It's an active thing. So what can you do to open your immune system? Well, there's a lot of things, such as reading a good book, going out for a walk, deep breathing, hypnosis. So a lot of things can open your immune system, okay? But like I say, the lack of stress does not automatically open it. So even though you have 10 to 20% of your time where you're not in stress, what are you doing to open your immune system? Are you relaxing? Are you listening to good music, reading a book, playing with children, playing with animals? There's a lot of different things you can do to open it, but unless you open it, you're not going to heal. So you get all these people becoming stressed, starting to get sick, being drawn down, and they're not healing. So you can see how they are susceptible and open to COVID hitting them. So the purpose of the script manual, one of the biggest ones, is to help people to open their immune system, to relax, showing them what they can do and giving it to them in suggestions. So number one, they can resist COVID. They can be strong. Their immune system can be fighting. Because if you don't have an immune system, your immune system's like, I guess you could say, like an invisible shield, a barrier around you. But if you don't have anything to protect you, boom, you come in contact, you can catch it, especially if you're really weak, sick, your immune system's down. There we go. Looks like I got sound back twice. Let's see. Okay. Whoops. Now, just so happens, see the beauty, the beauty of online live. The beginning of the video, I lost my video. Now I lost my sound. So that evens it out. I don't know. Hopefully we didn't lose too much. So I'm back. And yeah, thank you, Roger. No sound. I'm glad. And Carl, good to see you, Carl. Let me see. I'm looking at my video to make sure everything's good over there. Yeah, everything looks good.
Yeah, good.
Huh. Things happen. So that's one of the main things that we're talking about is you need to keep the immune system open. Now I'm going to take you back. If you have questions, like I said, go ahead and let us know. And we're back with this. So as you can see on the page, you can go to that page. The link is right below this video. Reports have shown that about half of the adults in the United States have reported that their mental health has been negatively impacted due to COVID. That's quite a bit. Half of the, it's affecting everyone. Not only with, being isolated. That's terrible, especially with kids and stuff. And so there's the isolation. There's the having to wear the mask everywhere you go. There's, I don't want to get too close to that one or that one. The fear when somebody starts coughing right next to you. So there's a lot of things. All the different things shutting down. I had a friend of mine that was traveling the Great Loop. If you ever heard of that with his boat, he had built this beautiful large boat, and he went up through Canada, the St. Lawrence River, down through the Great Lakes, down the Mississippi, all the way down the Gulf, went around Florida, and it was heading back up. And when you get to southern Florida, COVID kicked in. Every place closed. Marinas were pretty much, a lot of them were working minimally or shut down. All the tourist attractions were shut down, so he had to cancel his trip. I mean, there's some major things. That was just one thing. Not to, think about all the businesses that have been closing down. Yikes, So, yeah, a lot of people have been affected by it. So we created a script manual. Now, a couple things about the script manual. You can use it for your loved ones, for your clients, I almost said students. You could use it with your clients, but it's designed so you can also use it for yourself, for self-help. Something that's very important to understand where it comes to hypnosis is that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. When you're reading suggestions to someone, you're also hearing those suggestions, so you're open to the suggestions as you're reading them. So unless you're saying, nope, 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 but going, la, 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 guess what? You got the suggestions too. So if you want to use this manual for yourself, all you need to do is take the manual, read the script, and just use your imagination as you're reading it. Imagine it for you. that is hypnosis, just as if you'd be reading it to someone else. Because remember, you don't have to do this, close your eyes and relax and all that. I mean, that brings people into a hypnotic state where they're ready, but as long as you're not resisting and you just read it, you can do it that way as well. Think about it. A lot of storybooks with a moral in it. Nursery rhymes, storybooks they have for kids to teach them lessons. That's the whole idea, is they have hidden messages or suggestions in there to help the kids to be happy, to not lie, to not steal, to be good kids, or the witch will put them in the oven and cook them, those kind of things. So they have a lot of these messages, and that's basic what they call Ericksonian hypnosis, is giving suggestions through metaphors. So you can use these scripts that same way. You can read them. You can use them in sessions. In fact, we just made the manual last night, but I'm going to be sending a copy to my neighbor, the one that I just mentioned that had COVID, and tell them the same thing. I'm not going to be able to go in there and help them with it, but go ahead and read them to yourself, and that will help. It's going to show him how to open his immune system, how to begin the recovery process coming back, make him stronger, be able to fight it. So a lot of people don't realize that. So the script manual is not just for hypnotherapists. Anyone can use it. Oh yeah, Raluca just wrote down that the mask gives her anxiety. Yeah, it does. Every time we go into a store, she puts it on. I can see the terror. It's funny. My mom was at a store up in New Hampshire, and she had it. Well, how was she wearing it? She was wearing it down here, so a part of her nose was sticking out. And she's 85 years old. She was by herself. There was nobody in the store except for her and the employee. And the employee comes over and starts yelling at her, saying, "Put that mask up, bring it up, higher, higher." She was like so flustered. I can't believe that. Talk about the anxiety of having to wear it, period. But you're in a place where nobody's around you and someone comes out, this big burly guy yelling at an old lady. And don't worry, we did something about it. But again, there's so many areas of stress in this that you don't even really think about them. Okay, so now we're going to the actual, let's see, get back to where I was here. Ta-da! We're back at that. So acceptance of self, being happy, you can still be happy. What a lot of the scripts, and I found that a lot of the different issues have a lot of similar responses, similar suggestions, but many of them have specifics to that item, but there's some things that keep on coming back to all the issues. And one of them is you can be happy. You can't control what's going on around you, okay? We can't control personally COVID. Some people will when they get the vaccines created, but we can't control that personally. We can't control how other people act, what they do, but we can control ourselves. You can control your thoughts. You can control your reactions to things. So instead of saying, I can't this, I can't that, I can't that, the scripts help you to realize what you do have control of. What can you do? You have control of things that you do at home. There's a lot of things that you can do to stay active, to feel good. You can get on social media. You can FaceTime different people, your relatives, your grandkids, your friends. There's a lot of things you can do. You can go for a walk. You can walk on a treadmill. You can watch motivational TV. There's a lot of things you could do. You can shut off the news so you don't have all this negative media coming to you, because what's right and what's wrong? There's so many opposing things. COVID's gone. COVID's here. COVID this, COVID. You get so scared from watching it, especially with the elderly. We need to tell them to shut it off and to speak to someone you trust. Because their fears are going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Opening the immune system, number 3, COVID-19, opening the immune system. I already spoke to you about that. So again, with the scripts, we're able to help people and give them techniques to open the immune system. Now, creating a safe space within, this is one of my favorite things. If you're into the relaxation, into meditation, here's a way to do it where through a hypnosis session, you close your eyes and you use your imagination and you create a safe, happy place that's very comfortable. You're creating the walls and the ceiling and the floor and all kinds of stuff. So you have a place that you can go to and relax. And it gives you the instructions how you can close your eyes anytime you want and go right back to that place afterwards, even without the hypnotherapist. So it kind of creates a place of meditation, a place of contemplation, a place where you can go just to be creative. I like to go to mine just so I can close my eyes, and whether I'm outside, inside, and be creative. And what kind of book am I going to write? What am I going to do next week? What should I do with this? How should I open that up? So it gives you that place, and it's a safe place. And so this will guide you through creating that, and you can change it and add to it and take away from it as much as you want. It's really kind of neat. It's almost like walking into a fairy tale room, depending on what you want to create. Environmental awareness, doing your part for the planet. If you want to be more green, if you're green already, you want to be more green, or you're not green but you want to be greener, this will give you some ideas through suggestion of things that anyone can do that will, okay, now here's my personality coming out, not only help you to be green, but to save money doing it. Okay. I'm all for green, but I'm all for making money too, or saving it. So, fear of COVID-19 for the elderly, as I was saying earlier, is they're seeing a lot of other people dying. They realize they're hearing on the news that COVID affects the elderly so much stronger, and they got to watch this and watch that, and they're being isolated. Some of them, I know quite a few of them that are isolated in nursing homes that can't see anyone. They won't let anyone come to see them. They can't go out on outings like they used to. It's almost like they're kind of feeling like prisoners, and everybody has to do things for them, even if they're not in nursing homes. Other people go out and do their grocery shopping. People go out and do this and do that and pay their bills, and they're just sitting there, and they feel like they can't contribute. So this script is showing them how they can contribute, how they can feel connected, how they can have a little bit of self-respect and confidence. And it helps them to be able to, well, I'm not going to say everything. Okay, you got to look at the script. The description explains a lot more about it. Fear of lost income. Lots of people are losing their jobs. Lots of people are not able to pay rent, not able to get groceries, not able to, and people that were able to, they might have had great jobs, but boom, they're gone. I hate to see that. It's something that's mind-boggling to not have an income, the things that we normally bank on, food, shelter, security, happiness. So this helps people to, number one, realize it's not your fault. Okay, things happen, but it helps you to take control of what you can, to show you the opportunities that you might not have thought that you had, and to move forward and to look ahead to better times. So it's really helpful for that. Fear of rapidly changing times. Yeah, that's a biggie as well. A lot of people just can't keep up. It's like a roller coaster, everything going on. I mean, just the cityscape outside, I guess you could say. I mean, some businesses are closing all over the place. You can only go, I can go shopping at Walmart, but only at this time or this time. You can only do this, and this one you can't do that, and you can only buy one roll of toilet paper at a time. Too soon to be talking about toilet paper hoarding. Okay, but there's so many things that are changing, and there's a lot of changes that are going to happen. So this script will help people to embrace change and look at the positive part of change rather than what they have been doing. What happens is people are always looking towards, a lot of people, rather than saying, "Oh, I'm going to change," which is great. When they get change, when they get scared, they cling to the past. They cling to how things are. They want same so much that they resist change. So this script will help them to go back to embracing change like we used to, when change was a little by little, and looking forward to things. And that's the thing. You got to keep positive. You got to keep moving ahead. You got to keep your eyes open. Okay, we can't just cling to the way things were, because the way things were aren't going to come back. And that's the one thing you can be sure of in life. Sure of that will always stay the same. And what will always stay the same? The idea that things always change. I know it's weird, isn't it? I mean, just think right now. Take a deep breath. That's gone. Okay, that one won't come back. You got to take a new one. So look forward to the next one. I do. And I hope I have a lot of next ones. Okay, you got to keep going ahead. Let's see, frontline worker burnout. This one will help the people, give them ideas of how not to be burnout, and give them positive suggestions, show how they can delegate, show them how they can still have a support group, show them that people care about them and appreciate what they're doing, and help them appreciate what they're doing to help all of us. And helping children. Okay, this gives parents a lot of great ideas of how to help children, how to support them, how to console them, how to let them know what's going on. Because kids always feel like, oh, we're left in the dark. No one wants to tell us what's going on. So you can without scaring them. Letting them know that things are going to get better. They'll be able to see their friends again and go back to school again. But for right now, you can help them by showing them alternatives. You can teach them things that they can do. Maybe even, how they can use the telephone and speak to people. Or what's that old-fashioned thing that they used to do? Write letters. Great opportunity to teach your kids how to write a letter. Teach them cursive. Anyway, another sore subject. Internet addiction. Okay, now I have a lot of scripts out there from different manuals on internet addiction, but this one is how to reduce the internet addiction by using a thing called delay discounting. And the easiest way to explain delay discounting, I'm going to go ahead and read this. Research has found that the longer that you have to wait for a reward, such as checking your favorite social media, checking your email, or playing a video game, whatever it is, the more delay that you can get, the less important it becomes to you. Because we want immediate gratification. So if I can teach you a way, which is what the script is about, it's using a process called delay discounting and another thing I call mental computer pausing. Through these two techniques, it's going to show you how that you can easily delay getting on the internet, getting on the phone, checking your messages to the point where it's not as important to you. You may decide not to do it. You may decide to use it less. It's going to show you how to limit your time. So it's a great script for that. And it's something that's pretty new. Okay, it's I never even knew about it up to probably about a month ago. Okay, works well, works great. And we're getting there. Let's see. And Steven's here. Hello, Steven. So we got people still coming in. Isolation, fallout, missing friends and family. Okay, this gives a lot of information. Same thing, how to stay positive, how to still be social, but be safe. So a lot of great suggestions will help you with that, giving you alternatives. Managing anxiety. Well, that's what hypnosis is all about. So you're going to have a lot of anxiety suggestions here, showing you that you're not powerless, even when the virus is how it is, whether it's getting worse or staying the same. You're not powerless because you're in control of yourself. You don't have to be in control of what's around you. Accept what you can and do what you can. Mother Nature's relaxation. Ooh, what's that all about? And we have Rene. Rene is here from the Ivory Coast. Hello, Rene. Should I yell? Can you hear me if I say hello, Rene? He was one of our last classes, virtual hypnosis classes we did in the spring. And he attended all the way over from the Ivory Coast. And by the way, for just a reminder of everybody, you got about a week left for the early bird special to sign up and register for the next hypnosis certification virtual class. It'll be on weekends. You take it right from your home, coming up soon. And it's going to be pretty cool. We got people from a lot of different countries. Let's see. So Mother Nature's relaxation. This script is designed to help you to relax at will, releasing any tension or anxiety. And it's similar to walking in a fairy tale type scene. Ooh, how would you ever want to walk into a fairy tale? A nice one, not one with witches and goblins. A pretty one. And 15 is social anxiety disorder. Social anxiety disorder is, we spoke about that a lot before, about the fear of speaking your mind, about speaking your opinion, especially if it might not be popular. Okay, so this will help you with that, give you alternatives, make you feel better and stronger, and how to share your own opinion safely. So that's it. We have 15 scripts. They're very powerful, things that can really help you, because now you as a hypnotherapist have a way that you can contribute to what's going on right now. Rather than just smoking and weight loss and stress, you can contribute to the big issues that are happening. Let people know, advertise it, put the word out, speak to your social group, and start helping people this way. Now, another great thing about it is these scripts are also royalty-free. Royalty-free scripts. That means you can use them to record them on MP3s, CDs, those stick thingies, whatever kind of things they have. And you can use them with your clients. You can give them away, or you can sell them online, or Amazon, or put them on YouTube, and that's the nice thing about royalty free. You can record them and use them as your own. Okay, and the thing is, most royalty free scripts, try to find them for under $15, $20 each, because they're royalty free. They usually don't go, but with the cost of this manual, especially right now with the early bird special we have going on, you're getting them as low as $4 each. Okay, try to find a regular script for that. Again, these are royalty free. We wanted to put it out. We wanted to make it very affordable, because the whole idea is not only can we help people this way, but we're helping you to help people. So I guess you could say roundabout, we're helping an awful lot more people, and that's the whole idea. The more that we can help, the better. And so you can now stay home, stay safe, and help others. And as you can see, it's going to be $75 for the manual, but right now, as it says, wait, early bird special is only $60, and you can go to the link right below this video and click on it, and it's an immediate download. You get it in PDF, and you have it right there. You can open it up and start hypnotizing me online. Let's see. So that's our COVID-19 pandemic issue hypnosis script manual. It's there now, and it's available for all of you to, like I said, help your family, help your clients, and use it as a self-help tool by reading it, because reading is very hypnotic. The thing is, when you're reading it, to use your imagination. Whatever it says to do, imagine it happening. And again, you can do it with your eyes open, because it's hard to read with your eyes closed. So, can you get a hard copy? Not at this time. We just made it last night. It's in PDF. So you can't get a hard copy of it. However, since it's royalty free, you can print it and read it yourself. We haven't put it on a hard copy. We're considering doing that, but we've been considering doing that with a lot of books for a long time. With so many things to do, it might be a while before that happens. And Rene, excellent news. Well, thank you. So that's what we have for you. And one other thing, actually a few other things I wanted to talk about while we're right here. Let's see, where is it? Right over here. Our hypnosis certification, like I said, the virtual hypnosis classroom is going to be, those are the dates, September 12, 13. They're on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. So September going up to October 3rd and 4th. So it's 8 weeks online. And just so you know, if you go all the way to the bottom of the page, has tons of information. Where's the bottom of the page? Ooh, it's a long time down there. Okay, early bird special actually goes until next Thursday. So there's about a week left for the early bird special. And the early bird special, my screen doesn't go down any further. Isn't that terrible? Let's see if I can move it up this way. There's always a way to beat the screen. Come on. Oh, there it is. So it's it's showing $11.97. So $13.97 normally, but with the early bird special, it's $200 off. So be sure to take a look at that page. The link is also right below this video, and it's going to be live. Raluca and I are going to be teaching it right from here. It's a lot of fun. You could ask Rene over there. We get to speak to everybody. They get to hypnotize each other, work back and forth. You're going to be hypnotized for a bunch of different things. And by the very second day of training, you will be hypnotizing others. And the great thing about it is you're going to learn how to do hypnosis online. That's right, online. So you can hypnotize clients online. We're going to show you how to get them there, how to get that business going, so you can make an income now, even in spite of all that's going on in the world. So rather than opening an office and spending money on something where people aren't going to come right now, you can do it online and still make a great income. And let's see. Is the link for the early bird special on your website? Yes, it's on the brand new page. It's not in the store, okay? So you go either on the brand new page or the link right below this video. And I think, let's see, where is this video? There's the video where I'm speaking. So if you go right below the video, I think I put it here.
He meant the script manual.
What's that?
He means the script manual.
Yes, oh, didn't I say, yeah, the script manual. So go right below. See where it says show more? Let's see. Wait a minute. There's the video. I got to move this over here so you can see it. Oops. And let's see. Those are the comments. Where is everything? What did I do? I'm trying to show the... Okay. Hold on one second. I will find it for you. Okay, so there's the... Okay, now I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. So if we go right here and we go right below, I guess, like Lucas says, it's hard for me to find that right now. But it is, so it says learn more. You go down below and so it is in there somewhere. Or it says in the description. It's hard for me to do that. I can't, it's hard for me to open the description and all that while I'm looking at the page that I'm actually live on, because when I click on it, different things are opening, but it is in there. It's like the Prego commercial. It's in there. So with that, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Go to the link below to see the COVID-19 script manual and get your early bird special. And if you're interested in the class, go down to option 3 where it'll tell you all about the class.
You can save the, you can get the discount by placing the $300 down. I wrote to you.
Oh, yes, see. Aren't I lucky I have Reluca right there, okay? If you want the early bird discount and you might not have your entire tuition today, but you can pay it off, in time, you can get the early bird discount just by paying your $300 down payment. That reserves that price for you. So with that, once again, I'm not fooling you. This time I really am going. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and click on that like button if you enjoyed this materials. Nice seeing you. Take care.